This is the Roadplay app. It's about 3 actions. First action it uses is pat L. The second action it uses is road, and the third action it uses is play. Right? The pat L action is used to draw lines. This line that goes around and down and over, around and straight across was made with the pat L action. Then road action was used to make the points along the line equal distance apart, so that when something moves along those points, it stays at the same even flow. Had it been just the points of a line, there would be a jerky action going around what is called the road. The third action, which is play, is what placed these 6 tiles on the road. That is called the play action. 6 tiles are here. Over here, there's 4 letters. Again, pat L was used to make the original lines that went around. Road was made to take the line points made by pat L and make them equal pixels apart, so that when something moved along the road, it would flow smoothly. And last, the play action put these letters on the road. Now, down here, there's something a little different. The 3-pointed star here is actually a given pattern. It is not from pat L. It's a pattern, but a pattern can be made into a line. In this case, it was made into a line. Then road changed that line to equal distance points so that it became a road. And then play put this object on that road and moves it around. Okay? Now, the pat L action does not have 960 directions, as did the making of polygons by using vectors. When we used vectors, we had 960 different directions. But the pat L action only allows for 24 directions. Here, 0 is straight up, 6 is to the right, 12 is down, and 18 is to the left. Now, we want to go and look at examples of the pat L method of drawing lines. So I'm going to click here and go to another screen. This screen has examples of pat L. Pat L is used to make lines. All of these examples end in 0, 6, 18, 12. So first we're going to go over what that means. It means that the direction of all of them start at direction 6, which is to the right. That the segment count is 18, and that the size of each segment is 12 pixels. Now, there are all these other examples. The first digit here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, have to do with whether it's clockwise and curving out, and whether it's a wave or just a spiral. There is the option of just a straight line, which means all there is 0, 0, and then 0, 6, 18, 12, and it's a straight line. It doesn't curve in or out, clockwise or counterclockwise, it's a straight line. Now down here, though, we have the other possibilities. First, is it clockwise or counterclockwise, and does it curve out, or does it down here curve in? The first one here, it starts going 6, which is to the right, but it's curving clockwise, and it's curving out, which means it'll be bigger. It's spiraling out. The one below it starts out going to the right, but it's going counterclockwise, but it's also spiraling out. Down here, they're both spiraling in. And we have it clockwise. Here it starts to the right and goes clockwise, and it's getting a tighter spiral as it goes inward. And down here it's counterclockwise. It started this way and went around, and it's curving in. Down below here, though, there are waves. Now waves change when it goes vertical. So here we have it starting out to the right, and as soon as it curves down to the vertical, it switches directions. That's called a wave. So it just makes it easier to make waves using 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you see, it curves out, and then we have the ones that changes the counterclockwise and curves out, and then we have the curves in for clockwise and counterclockwise. Now the different columns here simply refer to it doing it faster. In other words, here it is curving out. We start to the right, and we're going 18 times of segment 12, but the curve is increasing. As it's spiraling out faster. And that's why we have the different columns here. The second digit is 0, 1, 2, 3, and you can have 4, 5, 6, but our page wasn't wide enough. Alright, so this is the Pat L action, how it defines a curve. And actually, it's lines. You can make lines using the Pat L action. Well, we'll go back to the first screen, and that is the end of the, what was it called? The Roadplay actions.